Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Caroline and I'm so excited that you're trying to learn some shuffle moves or clean up your shuffle flow or get inspired to start shuffling in general. In today's video, we're going to discuss everything that involves rocking. So I'm going to give you a tutorial, I'm going to give you tips and tricks, I'm going to even give you arm movements that you can do while you rock, leg placements of all the different ways that you can incorporate rocking into your flow. So if you're interested, let's hop into it. All right, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you're jumping rope. And if you've ever jumped rope before, you'll know that the rope slides under your feet as you're jumping up. Now keep in mind, when we jump rope, we don't jump as high as we can. Like, we don't exert so much energy because that's just not needed. It's the same thing with rocking. You're just gonna jump just high enough to get barely off the floor without exerting so much energy. So the first thing I want you to do, step number one, micro bounce in place like this. I'm barely coming off the floor with my feet. That is step number one. Step number two is now alternating legs. So I want you to micro bounce in place with one leg up, switch, do it again. So let's do 5 times on this leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you'll notice, because this leg is up and I'm balancing on one foot, to counteract that balance, I'm leaning away from this foot just a little bit, because if I lean this way, I lose that balance. I lose it. So I'm counteracting it by keeping my chest ever so slightly forward. So we micro bounce 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Super easy, super simple. The next thing I want you to do is that same thing we just did in place, we're now going to travel. So we're gonna start over here. We bring up this leg, and now we're going to rock from this side to this side. So we're gonna do, let's do 3 rocking. 1, 2, 3. Now we come here, we bring up this leg. Let's do 3 rocking and land in a running in. 1, 2, 3, running in. Bring it up again. 1, 2, 3, hit. Last time, 1, 2, 3, hit. It's the same thing that you do here, except you're traveling. You're traveling it, yeah? Keep in mind, I am keeping this thing facing, like my hips and my shoulders stay where my knee is. I'm here, it stays this way. I'm not like traveling like this. Keep that same direction the whole way. So moving forward, now that we just rocked side to side, it's time to really incorporate our leg that was not being used. So the position that I want you to try is going back, side, and front. Now, I notice with my flow is when I am doing this position, I get 2 rocks per direction. So when I hit the spot, I rock. When I come up, I rock. When I come out, I'm rocking, up, front, up. So it's kind of 2 per direction. It's not like, right? You got to counteract it a little bit. Duh, duh, duh. So my leg is moving 6 times. So think, let's do it 6 times side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're gonna play with our leg that we're gonna use, and we're gonna do it on every other count. So we're gonna do it on 1, 3, 5. And in between counts 2, 4, and 6, you're gonna just be rocking. And if you really wanna get technical, it would be more so like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. But for the sake of learning it, I think it's easier to designate counts. So we're here on 1. We bring it up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we go the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so you're continuing. This leg is doing the same thing every single count. It's scooting. That's all it's doing. This leg, it's going boom, bring it up, side, bring it up, front, bring it up. And you can notice I'm twisting my body this way and then back this way. So when I'm rocking this way, I start here, and then I'm moving this way, and then I'm going back. And practicing that circular motion will really make it easier when you kind of start like wanting to travel more and make more of a flow. So just keep practicing going like that side to side. Really think da, 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 land, back, side, front, land, again, back, side, land, back, side, front, land. And again, like I said, if you want to incorporate your own foot pattern, go ahead, you can do that. I just find that this one is the easiest and it's the one that I always fall back on. But I would love to see what patterns you come up with. So let's talk about arms really quick. I prefer the following method when I do rocking. I think it's the easiest and I just like the way it feels the most for me. So the following method is where you use your arms to follow what your leg is doing. So when my leg goes backward, I would think back, right? My leg and my arm are kind of doing the same thing. When I go side, I kind of push too. They're doing the same thing. And when I go front, same thing. So boom, boom, boom. It just follows it. And you can get creative. You can do more of like a swoosh, boom, boom. You can do more like fist or whatever you want to do, whatever your style is. But that's going to really create the flowy, fluid effect if you're using your arms to go with you. So to go back from the beginning, everything that we just went over. First thing I want you to do, micro bounce in place. Do it a couple times until you get comfortable with what it's supposed to feel like. Step number 2, switch legs. Micro bounce on one leg and then switch to the other leg. Tip number 3, do exactly that, but travel with it. So keep one leg up, travel to the other side, switch legs, travel to the other side. The next step would be to add a leg movement, whatever you choose. Today we went over backside front, incorporate that on one side and then incorporate it on the other side. Lastly, it is to add arm movements. Remember the following method is really easy and it helps you get around, but whatever you choose is great too. Just remember with rocking, the main thing that you want to think about is that your supporting leg is just doing those small micro bounces the whole time. The leg that is free will follow, but get those micro bounces and keep it on beat with the music and everything else will fall into place. So that is today's video. If you have any other requests that you would like to see, please let me know. This video is going to be on YouTube and on our website, mysoulshuffle.com, where you can find really extensive in-depth tutorials just like this one. So go check that out if you're interested, or just follow along on YouTube. So I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.